Halloween pumpkins are a colorful and fun tradition for millions of Americans. Do you remember as a kid going to a pumpkin patch or sifting through supermarket bins to pick the best pumpkin? As adults, we still do it. We enjoy the annual hunt for the perfect pumpkin. 145 million people in the United States buy pumpkins every October. That's almost 45% of the population. We gut them, carve them, roast their insides, light them up, and leave them on our porches, especially on Halloween night. In 2024, Americans spent over $762 million on Halloween pumpkins. Over 40% of those pumpkins were carved up. The carving part is what transforms a plain pumpkin into a jack-o'-lantern. In this video, we'll explore the spooky history of the pumpkin that's a cut above the rest, the American jack-o'-lantern. Have you ever wondered where the modern American tradition of the Halloween jack-o'-lantern comes from? The short answer is that it developed from four main roots: Celtic festivals, Irish folklore, Christian holidays, and American influences. The first three merged together in the United States in the 1800s. They evolved due to some unique American influences. Altogether, they led to the traditions we practice today. Let's look at each of the four roots in detail. The Celtic Festival of Samhain celebrated the end of the fall harvest and the beginning of the winter season. It was typically celebrated at the same time of year we celebrate Halloween, October 31st to November 1st. And Samhain was a liminal night. This means the separation between the worlds of the living and of the dead was at its thinnest point of the year. The Celts believed the spirits of the dead entered the human world on October 31st. And the spirits of both good ancestors and bad entities could cross over. To ward off malevolent spirits, they used light and fright. They would light bonfires and carve grotesque faces into root vegetables, including turnips and beets. Americans still use lights and carve faces onto food for Halloween. The American tradition of carving pumpkins can still lead to scary faces. But today it's generally a more symbolic, fun, and creative activity, rather than a way to actually ward off spirits on Halloween night. While carving scary faces into food has Celtic origins, Irish folklore furthered the tradition with a cautionary tale about a hapless man named Jack. There's some variants to the tale of Stingy Jack, but here is the gist of it. Once upon a time, a blacksmith named Jack invited the devil to a pub for a drink. But Jack was stingy and didn't want to pay for their drinks. Instead, he tricked the devil into turning himself into a coin to pay the bartender. Then Jack put the coin into his pocket next to his silver cross. This meant the devil couldn't change back to his original form. Jack then made a deal with the devil. He would free him on one condition: that the devil wouldn't take Jack's soul when he died. The devil agreed, and Jack released him. Years later, Jack died. He was too sinful for heaven, but he was also prevented from going to hell because of his deal with the devil. As a result, Jack was left to wander the earth forever. The devil gave Jack a burning coal. Jack placed the coal in a hollowed-out turnip. It helped light his way as he walked the world between life and death, heaven and hell. The ghostly figure carrying the glowing turnip became known as Jack of the Lantern, which was shortened to Jack-o'-lantern. The tale has many layers of meaning. It warns against selfishness, drunkenness, and eternal damnation. It also warns people not to make deals with the devil because you can't outwit him. Your only power against the devil is Christ, like the cross in Jack's pocket. The merging of Samhain traditions with this tale from Irish folklore was a logical fusion of cultures that were geographically linked. But a third root added elements to the jack-o'-lantern tradition: Christian holidays. The Christian calendar had similar holidays around the time of year as the Celtic Samhain. These holy days are still on Christian calendars across the world. The Christian holiday All Hallows Eve on October 31st is where we get the word Halloween. Of course, Halloween is not supposed to be the focal point of these three Christian holidays. That's All Saints' Day. All Hallows Eve refers to the day before All Saints' Day. It's similar to how Christmas Eve comes before Christmas Day. All Saints' Day honors all Christian saints. Saints are people whom the Catholic Church has canonized, as well as all the people who have attained eternal life in heaven. It has been celebrated on November 1st for well over 1,000 years. All Souls' Day on November 2nd is connected to the other two holidays. It honors faithful Christians who have died but are not yet in heaven. It was established in the 900s as a day to pray for the dead and their purification so that they can enter heaven. The version that originated in Mexico is known as the Day of the Dead. In America, the Christian observance of All Hallows Eve and All Saints' Day merged with its Celtic predecessor into a secular celebration we now call Halloween. Over time, the Halloween celebrations became much more popular than the Christian holidays. Today, most calendars include Halloween, but not All Saints' Day or All Souls' Day. Since the colonial days, Halloween was always a part of American culture in some form, but celebrations differed regionally. The Puritans, who populated New England, prohibited Halloween celebrations. They viewed them as evil and unnecessary to Christian life. As a result, Halloween's growth was stunted in New England for generations, whereas it grew in other regions of the United States, especially Appalachia. Halloween really took off as a nationally celebrated day in the 1800s. That was when large waves of Scottish and Irish immigrants entered the United States, and many settled in the Appalachian Hills. They brought with them Celtic traditions and Irish folklore. Some examples include the carving of food to ward off evil spirits on Halloween night and the tale of Jack of the Lantern. These immigrants found that pumpkins, which are native to North America, were more abundant and easier to carve than their homeland turnips and beets. That's why in America, the tradition of carving turnips and beets evolved to carving pumpkins. Carved Halloween pumpkins, lit up from the inside with a candle, came to be called jack-o'-lanterns. Today, jack-o'-lanterns are very much associated with American Halloween, and these popular gourds are now being carved all over the world, from Mexico to England, from Germany to India, and beyond. And carving pumpkins come in many shapes, sizes, and colors. Designs are endless. They range from the scary and grotesque to the humorous and intricate. Instead of carving with a knife, some people draw a design in permanent marker. They may paint their pumpkins or glue on embellishments like glitter and googly eyes. Or they use decorating kits that almost make their pumpkins look like a Mr. Potato Head toy. No matter how you create your jack-o'-lantern, the point is to have fun. And perhaps while you're at it, you can also ward off any spirits that visit our world on Halloween night. Hey, while you're here, tell us about your jack-o'-lantern and other Halloween traditions in the comments below. And stick around for the end of the video for an extra treat. Thank you for watching. Be sure to check out our other videos and books on Halloween, the paranormal, and more. Stay in touch so you won't miss out. Sign up for our free e-newsletter. Each month you'll get our latest releases, event news, promotions, and inspiration for writers, readers, students, and educators. Follow us on social media. We're on YouTube, X, and Substack. Purchase our products, including our books on paranormal history and experiences. Visit us in person at special events where you can meet our authors and get your book signed. Finally, while you're here, take a moment to subscribe to our channel and leave a kind comment. It really helps our channel to grow. And we really appreciate all of our subscribers. And now here's wishing each and every one of you a very happy Halloween.
Ah.